Hello friends and welcome to Arctic Money's Spring Portfolio Update. I'm gonna first show you how my portfolio has been developing in August, in last year's August, in last year's December, and now how my portfolio looks 22nd of March, so today when I'm filming this. Have to say it has been a volatile ride. Here you can see first the situation in August and how my portfolio looked back then. I was plus 41% since start of my investing in 2018. There you can see the index investor with monthly additions, the same amount of money added every month to S&P 500, which is my true benchmark here. It was up plus 63%, so indeed I was losing to the index investor in August, but let's check how it was last December, which you can see on your screen now. I was really happy last December. Great fall 2024 for me. I was up plus 76% with my portfolio, and the index investor with monthly additions in S&P 500 was plus 69%, so I had gone above the index investor with monthly additions, and this is my target. This is the person I want to beat with my investing. So everything was really good last December, and I was feeling really confident that this was now the day when I'm gonna leave the index investor behind. But fast forward to this day, and now I'm gonna show you how my portfolio looks today, March 2025. And here is my current portfolio in front of you. So 22nd of March when I'm filming this. It has been a rough spring for me. Many of my stocks have seen declines, which obviously is not a bad thing if I'm aiming to add more to those positions. My portfolio is today, somebody would say, only plus 35% up, while the S&P 500 with dividends reinvested, which is my ultimate goal, if I would beat that, I would be one of the greatest of all time in my own opinion. That S&P 500 with dividends reinvested is up massively. As we all know how the last 8 years have been red hot market, Standard & Poor's 500 plus 139%. And the index investor has again beaten me. December looked good, but not, of course I'm not happy now. Index investor with monthly additions in S&P 500 plus 60%. I'm only plus 35%, so congratulations, you index investors are beating me again. But as you saw, things can change really quickly. I was in front of you just 3-4 months ago, and now the situation has changed. So it seems truly that volatility is the name of the game. But let's take a little bit broader view before getting into my portfolio, which you see already there. I was checking. I'm in Finland. I live in Finland myself, so I would say to many investors that the minimum goal you have to have in index investing and all the investing is that you protect yourself from the inflation. This is one of the essences of investing, in my opinion. Investing is made for protecting your wealth. And if I look at how the average I actually checked today. The average inflation in Finland, where I live, has been since 2018 2.8% yearly on average. And if you take a little bit bigger perspective, my annualized returns are 5.5%. So I am beating inflation handsomely and then some more. So if you look at that benchmark, the inflation in the country where I live, where all prices of all goods affect me, obviously in Finland, because I live in Finland, the inflation is 2.8% approximately. I have done annually 5.5%, so if that is your benchmark where we compare, of course I need to be happy about my results too. That's clear. But you know that I want to beat the index investor with monthly additions in S&P 500. That is my goal. In December I was beating them. Now I'm not beating them. It's plus 60% for the index investor, plus 35% for me. As you have seen, it is volatile in my portfolio. Let's see where we are after summer. But of course, I'm not happy now. I'm losing, admitting that. But let's go now to the portfolio. Even though the spring has been rough on me, I feel confident. I know that investing is a game where volatility, when you do it with such a few positions, I have in my portfolio, volatility is what is to be expected. And now it has been volatile on the downside. Things can change really quickly, and let's see, as I said, after summer, if the volatility works for me then, and I'm again beating the index investor. If you are to be a stock picker like I am, patience is what you need, and you truly need to be able to handle the volatility. And don't panic when index investor still goes in front of you. As I said, this is my 8th year of investing. When I started really investing, to be honest, maybe it took me 4 years to actually get the level that I can call myself that I understand something about investing and valuations and everything. First 4 years were probably, if I had some gains, they were due to luck, maybe more than skill. But I hope that when you continue learning all the time, the skill will go up and luck plays more minor role. And maybe I consider myself that I have been true investor maybe for 3 years. So give me 4 years more. I'm gonna say I've been 4 years now when I've been doing professionally, in my own opinion, really learning investing. So give me 4 more years, and let's see 2029 where I am compared to the index investor. I feel confident that I can beat index investor. I can someday beat even S&P 500 with dividends reinvested. I really believe in myself, but the day has not yet come. But now let's turn the focus on the portfolio that I hope to achieve these targets with. So if you're interested, what I used to own, there in the beginning of this video I showed you my portfolio, how it was last year's August, last year December. So if you're interested how it has a little bit developed, go to the beginning of this video and freeze the screen and watch there. But now let's talk about my current updated portfolio and what I own. So nothing new under the sun, with the biggest position in my portfolio, Flow Traders. Actually, the one position that has done really well this spring and has seen very good development with the stock price and has worked as a hedge, kind of how I design it to work. When other stocks of mine might be tanking, this one probably won't correlate with the broader market, and this spring this has been the truth. Flow Traders has been going up in price all the time. That's 23% of my portfolio now. Then big changes have happened since December in my portfolio. Origin Enterprises is now 16% of my portfolio. This position has been stagnating, hasn't really gone anywhere. Great value play in Ireland, agriculture related industries. That's what Origin Enterprises does. I feel pretty good about the valuation, and thus it's a big position. Then we have Kamux, the Finnish company selling used cars in Finland, Germany and Sweden. Kamux, as I have said in my last video when we looked at the risk-reward matrix, Kamux doesn't have a moat in my opinion, but neither does their competition. So that's why the position is, I say, big risk position. But then again, of course, you know the answer why I have 15% of my portfolio now in Kamux. The valuation looks super cheap in my opinion. Then we have Dr. Martens, the boots manufacturer from UK. Actually, Dr. Martens was not too many months ago up somewhere like the stock was somewhere in 70 pence, and now we are back closer to 50 pence. So it has declined to the level where I have made my cheapest purchases of the stock. So that's one reason why the results have been so bad in my portfolio since December for sure. Same thing with Kamux. Kamux stock price has only declined, and both of these, Dr. Martens and Kamux, are actually trading at the levels where I have made previously my purchases with the cheapest prices. So yep, they haven't gone up yet, but as you know, this game is for patient people, so I'm waiting. I feel Kamux and Dr. Martens are both trading really cheaply at the moment. Then we have actually We have Sprott Physical Uranium Trust. That's physical uranium. Yellowcake, also physical uranium. And Global X Uranium ETF, which is uranium miners ETF. So basically, I have about, how much is it? 23%. So the same amount of my portfolio is in uranium as is in flow traders. These are equally big positions for me and two of my biggest positions. So almost 50% of my portfolio is in uranium and flow traders at the moment. You obviously guess already why my bad results since last December. We have seen uranium price coming down again, and obviously with this position sizing I have, it has huge impact on my overall performance, as you have seen here. These are my big bets. I have my money in flow traders still and uranium. I have lots of videos on uranium on my YouTube channel, so go and watch them and you understand why I have invested so much money in uranium. And if you are looking to invest in uranium, go and do your own research, obviously. What I see, obviously, is that after researching the investment thesis with uranium is that there is going to be more demand than there is supply of uranium in the world. And I see risks in supply chains of uranium that if, for example, there will be countries sanctioned, there will be unrest in some uranium producing countries, or there will, for example, there has been floods and natural disasters in uranium mines. If many of these things happening together and delaying the production of uranium could create a panic in the uranium market, as a panic can happen in any commodity market, which would mean that uranium would be squeezed, the spot uranium price. And if that would happen, my portfolio would see huge gains. Obviously, there are risks that maybe it is possible that more supply can come online and there will not be a big demand supply gap happening in uranium. But uranium is critical for our nuclear power, as most of you probably know. There is no other fuel that can fuel the reactors besides uranium. And if there comes a situation where many players in this market sense that there might be less uranium available than we need for our reactors, that would see kind of a short squeeze happening in the price of uranium. The spot price would jump up hugely, and this is basically what I'm after with this investment. Will it happen? I have no idea. When will it happen? I have no idea. I just know that it's a possibility, and should that kind of thing happen, there is huge money to be made in uranium space. I have uranium videos on my YouTube channel, so go and watch those, and then you know more about Sprott Physical Uranium Trust, Yellowcake, and Global X Uranium. Then we have BML, Biomedical Laboratories. So as I said, uranium price has been going down, and that's a big component, big reason why my portfolio has gone down. Then Biomedical Laboratories, BML from Japan. We come now to the small positions in my portfolio. Hasn't done much. Keeping it 4% in my portfolio. Then a couple of new positions, ESOA, Energy Services of America Corporation. Small cap in the USA. I see potential that they could broaden their business and expand inside the United States and could become a great compounder business, heavily owned by insiders who work for the company, so something I obviously like. Also heavy insider ownership company, Hims and Hers Health. Just 3% now. I'm ESOA and Hims. I could, if their prices would crash, I would be happy to add on these positions. Hims is a telehealth operator mainly in the United States, also in the UK, and obviously health market, total addressable market is huge, astronomical in the United States. So if Hims can grab a bigger share of that market in the future with this new innovative business model they have, of course they have competition, but obviously telehealth is kind of a new business model in health industry. Should that succeed, company could be a multi-bagger in the future. Same thing with Energy Services of America Corporation. These are companies where if everything goes well, I see multi-bagger potential. Then finally, Crocs 2%. Looking to add to Crocs if the price really declines. No, I think, as I've said in my risk-reward matrix video, somebody would almost consider this company as a meme stock or something, but amazingly good financial results all the time and for last 10 years or even more maybe. And the company just keeps on delivering. So let's see if I add to Crocs more. No, probably not at this level, but should the stock price decline, why not? So to recap this video, Flow Traders, uranium, almost 50% of my portfolio, so it's easy for you to know what happens to my portfolio watching only these two, how they are developing. As said, many of the positions have been taking a hit since December. Flow Traders, the only one up in a big fashion. And this is where we are. I have been losing to Index Investor. Hopefully won't continue long enough, but still looking at the positives, good sides, as I said, I'm beating the Finnish inflation heavily. I am winning plus 35% up my portfolio since the inception. And even though I don't show you the specific amounts of euros I have my own money in my stock portfolio, I can tell you that it's a significant part of my complete wealth. So I'm this is not everything for me, but this is very serious business I'm doing with my portfolio. And if you have a friend who has been doing during last 2 to 3 years getting 100% gains in crypto markets or something, has that person invested most of his wealth into that crypto assets, or is it just 1,000 euros he has invested? This is the value. People who do value investing usually have major part of their wealth in their stocks, and I do have big part of my wealth in these stocks. This is not a game for me. This is not a game I play. This is real life for me. So when I do these investments, the main thing for me is, as for any value investor, is not to make stupid mistakes that will cost you dearly in your compounding. The risk aspect is always on my mind, and I need to construct my portfolio so that I will be not gonna get knocked out of the game, so to speak, and there will be nothing exploding in my portfolio that would make my portfolio go on to minus side or something. Everything is possible. The stock market can crash tomorrow 50%. Nobody knows the future, but this is, for example, why I have Flow Traders here in my portfolio. It has not been correlating to rest of the stocks in my portfolio during this spring. It has been going up while everything else has been going down. So this is one strategy for me to protect the downside, so to speak. So nevertheless, hopefully better days ahead, but I'm feeling confident with this portfolio. I'm staying patient. Volatility has been huge, and my battle with the index investor and my chase of S&P 500 will surely continue. This is me this is me being open to you, giving you very much transparency in what I own in stock market. There is nothing outside this portfolio here that I own in the stock market, and these are the positions I have and their sizes. Hopefully you guys respect me for the transparency. I will show you the good and the bad and the ugly, everything that happens, and let's see what the summer brings. I probably at the end of summer another update coming up for you, and let me know in the comments how you see my portfolio. Have you maybe invested in some of these companies yourself? And I will keep on fighting with the index investor and chasing that S&P 500 index. You see there the results. Painful sometimes, but it was 3-4 months ago in December when I was beating the index investor, so I know things can change quickly. So this was my video. This was my portfolio update now. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like the video if you like the content, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.